Famulem, una audio. Famulem, una audio. This na the SLPP hour. Somebody phone the echo, so I therefore mute people there.
We are live, man.
Let all my mute himself, please. Let all my mute himself.
Yeah, somebody phone the echo.
Famulem, una audio. This na the SLPP hour program. Austin Johnny and Duma Williams, una mute yourself, please. Famulem, una audio. This is the SLPP hour program where they come to you every Thursday. And they come to you and I program this way you get the correct information about the new direction government. Now the only program this way will make you get authentic information about how President Tok Anubio they work in that country for make sure say it continue for make salon become very sexy and attractive. And today, na a special day, na ya today, me way they talk to na, me na gentle, the political hot goose. And today, just like I was saying, we announced this week for all the one way they aspire for the SLPP National Young Generation program, the Young Generation position, for let them come, let them get onto we go and talk to them. Because we know say the election of the National Young Generation for the Sierra Leone People's Party, it get for come in November the 6th, 2021. Therefore, Sierra Leoneans, SLPP people, delegates them, they watch now and they all need for know, waiting with brothers them, with individual aspirant them, then get for tell people them. So now the reason this we make within Aya today for come. And some of the brothers them, they come, some of the name will come, but we put out the invitation for all man for come. So the one that we come, then they will tweet today. And we were the lead the program, we were the co-presenters of the program. I go make them tell you I'll do, and I go start with this young man.
Me fambo den wuna kushe wuna kabo. This na wuna baba Joseph Dima, where they call on Dima the Great. And also me na the deputy chairman where they represent Sierra Leone People's Party in Holland branch. Today is a big day. Glad we don't get a big alajo there where people that they hear about, where everybody can want to see them facially. But today we get a great opportunity to get them big alajo there on this platform. So I'm so happy, me, the SLPP Bobo, when me colleagues them to welcome them big alajo there inside the SLPP now this house today. So when I welcome.
All right. Family them that one day we talk to now Dima the Great, the SLPP Bobo. Now income it don't great to now. It don't introduce himself inside the SLPP hour program. And you when they watch this program, I want to let you share the program with your brother. I want to let you like and follow the page we watch on through Green Movement. You when they watch on through Hot Goose Network Salon. You when they watch on through SLPP Mouthpiece. You when they watch on through YouTube. Subscribe, follow the page, and like the page. Me when they talk to now, me na gentle, the political hot goose. Me na the PRO for SLPP North America region. And also, we get the next individual where we can say una adu, when are the part of the program, but we will not get it don't go off, but it come when a DJ first, but as it come, I want let we the one that we don't invite na the program. Okay, before they come, I think say DJ first day now. It will come tell una how do and welcome una for the show. So DJ Force, tell people that I'll do and welcome them for the show.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, me na DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. I greet the listeners that out there, and I also welcome all aspirants na the SLPP our under political hot goods network. I welcome everybody with here. Thank you.
All right. Fambulem, that one day we talk to na DJ Force. They don't welcome we on the Green Movement. They don't welcome me on the Hot Goose Network Saloon. They don't welcome we on the SLPP social media mouthpiece. They don't welcome me we on YouTube where they watch now all them platform there. Today na a big day where they can't see and where they can't hear, ward them where they come out and plant them where we brothers them where they don't come where they aspire for the SLPP National Young Generation position, then they can't talk to we. The elections the 6th of November. But when they start with big brother, let it tell we who na in, waiting I name, and let it welcome na for the show. And why is there? Yes, Victor.
Listeners, Unado, Mena Victor LK Moana, aspirant National Young Generation leader. And
all right, that one day we talk to
now. Already talked to Fambulem today. I begin a political and I continue to currency. When I go to university, I hold respective positions ranging from organizing secretary general, and chairman Jala University. And before the lower level elections, may now be the constituency young generation leader 086 Bolton 1.
So Fambulem, una don hear done at the brief introduction where Victor LK Moana a briefly tell una a role that we don't play inside the SLPP party. So you don't welcome una for the show. Una listen again with next brother where himself they come and welcome una for the show and tell una how do. Unmute yourself, David. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, David. Yes, go ahead.
One country, one people, one David Lassana, one next national young generation leader in waiting. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, both home and abroad. Me only talk to Namina David Lassana, the outgoing YG UK and Ireland region. Presently, DMO, Petroleum Regulatory Agency, as an oil analyst, of course, as the leading aspirant for the National Young Generation Leader, of course, Mina David Lassana, the outgoing YG UK, presently working in the downstream as the petroleum analyst, is your boy, David Lassana, the next young generation leader. Somebody that's been tested and somebody that has been proven. And obviously, I'm in this race to win this and to win this race. That is the reason why David Lassana is this in this race. So I often reach out to my brothers and sisters and both home and abroad. I want to know when I boy there on the on the ground, and obviously somebody we can work in the interest of the youth. So family in our house, both home and abroad, Sierra Leone, of course, and the country as a whole. I want great to know. Jaramanani, Pierre Momo, Lassana is the man. God bless you guys.
All right, Fabulem, that one day na David Lassana, and when they come get the next individual for tell una how do and introduce himself.
Definitely, Fambu viewers across the globe. This is the voice of Joseph Austin Johnny, and me intercontinental level. Everybody don't agree for calling me the socio-economic freedom fighter. Me, na the radical, progressive, national grassroots leader na Sub-Sahara Africa. Me, na the neoclassical counter-revolutionalist. And me, na the global voice for the voiceless, for the grassroots. And of course, this na the national grassroots leader of the Sierra Leone People's Party. We don't coordinate and mobilize about 347 support organizations across the country. We stand the test in the days in opposition, and we be the architects and pioneers for the return of the Sierra Leone People's Party to governance, and we play pivotal role and outstanding role for make President Bio become the flag bearer of the SLPP, and subsequently we make it become the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. This now Austin, you awaiting national young generation leader, somebody waiting for stand the heat of the APC kitchen for defend the voiceless.
All right. Fabulem, una don't hear that one day we talk to now. It's say in the socio economic freedom fighter. It's say in I don't know the balance, but it's say now a name Austin Johnny. It don't welcome una, it don't tell una how do, it don't give a brief background of himself. Now una can listen to the other person where they come inside the program for tell una how do and welcome una inside this show. This show on the watch now SLPP hour today we they talk about the young generation, national young generation leader aspirant. Go ahead, sir.
Assalamu alaikum to all Muslim brothers. I greet you all in the name of God. But I ask all who that in this today follow get 2 minutes silent prayer for the one who suffer for this party who don't die today. They're not in the world who they will enjoy under the SLPP. Let God give them Harjana Firdaus who side lay down. Let we pray for that for 2 minutes, please. Okay, first of all, make I tell me brother they will form the Power Pack Commando thank you. Because in any society, you get an area of a group of people then they suffer, and other people then they suffer more than the other group. If today SLPP kind of power, the Power Pack Commando group, they contribute 99%, neither I like it or not, but they do a lot. In the days of APC, for stand against them, for let APC lost power, now sacrifice their life, then gamble. So we tell them thank you for that. And me, Duma Williams, the lion of SLPP, in politics, I born inside politics. Now I grow up till I don't reach, so I know what's in a politician. I not like for promise anybody. I they run for the national young generation leader. But I know they run for this position here for can't bring any meeting at the party because this is a family property. Whosoever win, I then am a party, I know they left the party, and I they support the person 100% like oxygen in a bosom friend to me. We get come on talk me and into. So I just get the belief say now family property we they look out for. If anybody win me, I they beg me brother then. We not let me not scatter this SLPP because of the lose what you lose. Any soldier who lose battle, now he go able to tell the story about the war. It no mean say we lost today. Tomorrow he stand another plan, you know, we know. What are the stand he lost? Today now the president. And politics are rice bread. Any sound they cut for you, when inside they enjoy. So me they beg me brother then. Let me there as one family for go meet up now, remember. Let God choose the leader because now God they choose them all. Not only delegates them all. The last minute when they enter another box, God they change your mind for vote for somebody. Okay. If you don't come at your time in a salon, if you put $100, he puts mother, then they take the $100, they left mother. But God tell me like the Al-Quran say, he say in they choose somebody among people them. So today no matter. God's time is the best. So do you mean the big old man? How they as a family, like the slogan, one people, one country. There we go, Moyamba. Yeah. This is the message I get for all, man.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Famulem. That one they
You're
will talk
welcome,
to
sir.
you. Now, Duma Williams, the lion of SLPP. DJ Force, now for Sidon Street, so that you will introduce yourself to people, let people see you, and then let them know say they part this show. Go ahead, DJ Force.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, DJ Force, the SLPP DJ, I welcome now all, and I tell you, I say this now in our house, this social idea, for let you can talk, and what they talk today, now that's the nation they believe in, for make the way we make sure say they be the young generation leader. Moving forward, as we order introduce ourselves, where we don't hear the various speakers then. But my first question, I go on for through at Victor LK Moana. Victor LK Moana, why you think say at this point in time SLPP go give you the right or for vote for you for take this young generation leader where other positions and they where big part this position at this point in time you try for lead this position young generation. You go able to tell the nation for me they really hear from you.
Thank you very much, DJ Force. One country,
One people,
one people, one country.
one country.
SLPP, the only way out, the only way
And the
forward,
only way
and power to
forward.
the people.
Power to the
And
youth.
power to the people. Of course, we can always say experience very key in anything we do. And in experience, you don't know the challenges we done day before. And now often the challenges you try for can work on. Even though you not go perfect 100%, but you need to get corrective measures for make it up to 80 to 90%. As I begin the introduction, me and Victor LK Moana, I don't serve as Zona Young Generation Leader for 2 terms. I don't tell you the experience we I don't get from Zone. I don't serve at constituency level for 2 terms from 2013. Pass one step aside. So that clearly tell you say I don't get experience for lead grassroots. In Otapiana, when I go to university, I hold 3 different positions, ranging from organizing secretary, secretary general, and chairman of Jala University. So that clearly tell you say I don't lead both the literate and the literacy group. And I don't tell you say the experience we I get, we will always move this party forward. When we are in opposition, when people be on take over, if we not be here, but any group what they call Youth in Action for Madabio, may not be the founder and national coordinator for Youth in Action for Madabio. And with that group, we able mobilize support for SLPP now the southern part of the country. And only tap the southern part of the country, we cut across the country. That group, I go proud for tell listeners today that we produce 600 members of parliament, 4 councillors. In North Tapiana, the group will be the head, the Youth in Action for Brigadier Retired Julius Parabio. If we are talking of a free quality education today, then are the group we initiator. And the mantra will be used, education for personal and national development. 9 presidents use the same and not change anything. We make book with president and first lady and face day will be distribute out to peoples, vulnerable peoples. Now, the southern parts of the country. In Otapiana, if we the proud today say the Southern Region Party office, they under construction. During the days of the opposition, when Honorable Alaji Kanjasi say, give we a land to the party, we decide say as young group when I be used in action for Madabio, we for initiate a project and the project will be initiated, be titled One Man, One Bag. And I'm proud for tell listeners say, out of the proceeds we raise, we began to start the Southern Region Party office. In Otapiana, when we come into governance, people still give me that trust. The leaders at the Southern Region still give me that trust. They say, Victor, we need to continue this drive. And as we talk today, me and the head for Mobilized Fund, and we go proud for tell listeners today, say, we don't float the first phase of a party office, and we continue. And we still there on resource mobilization. So this don't clearly tell you, say, the experience I don't get from elders within the party, with young generation leaders who I don't work with, and the circle I don't move from zone, don't tell me, say, are best fit and are they in better position for take on APC. And now the more reason that make I use me motto as action starts now. If we not start now, this party no go move from Musawide. And I want to make this party grow for the longest possible time. And if we get for day in governance for the longest possible time, again for we but young people. And always take that person. We don't get that experience. We already done tested and they don't prove beyond all reasonable doubt that yes, it can deliver. And that person, now no less a person, but Victor Lahai Kabeni Moana, your aspirant, our aspirant, and the winner for the young generation battle come November 6th in Moyamba.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Fambulem. That one day we talk to na Mr. Victor MLK Moana. Victor Moana, he don't explain himself critically, he don't tell una in background, he don't explain to una all. So now, before I talk to the next person, I go and let myself catch one for the people inside the group and ask them waiting that you plan, waiting if you don't do, and waiting if things say the people why you want some young generation leader. Let's tell them. Dima, you go ahead.
Well, Victor Moana, thank you very much for your highlight, where you highlight the public, the reason why you want to be the next young generation leader. Now, I come to Austin Johnny. Austin Johnny, you know, man, what we don't see a lot, you the battle, not the media. You the fight, not the media. But then recently we see also you don't become little bit silent. But however, I say you don't stand strong for this position here. What is the reason what you think say you not the best among all the candidates there, including the incumbent where they right now? Where you think say you not the best candidate, and where you able to talk to the delegate them to convince them for letting they choose you as the next young generation leader. You get 3 minutes. You're mute.
Oh.
Hello?
Mr. Johnny, go ahead.
All right. Now, make I just correct one side. We brother Dima say I be done the silence on the media in terms of defending the SLPP. And the viewers, Austin Johnny, not ever silent. I strongly believe any other person go bear me witness that I don't defend this government extensively. I don't begin defend this party now the public media and social media. I begin now the public platforms and mainstream media immediately after 2007 when the party go in opposition. And outstandingly, I occupy no media not in this country where Austin Johnny not sit on during the days of opposition for defend the SLPP. No action not there. Where not to Austin Johnny ever table their actions during the days in opposition. And then action here now trigger for let SLPP come into governance. I don't serve this party as national grassroots leader of the SLPP, and we're able to mobilize and coordinate about 74 support groups, including Youth in Action for Madabio, Nabo, and well, then support organizations here. We all know what them perform. Me, they always put the premise that now the grassroots be the architects and pioneers for let SLPP come into governance. Now the grassroots mobilize amongst in the midst of 19 candidates for let we showcase that President Yo now the correct candidate and I go give we winning. Right. So Austin Johnny now being the leader of the National Steering Committee since 2013. Up to date, where would they try to talk about? In terms of mobilization, I make sure say we trigger all support groups for let we get one focus. And the focus, even when we be there in opposition, the focus was for let President Bio and SLPP come into governance. And we'll make sure say we'll make the party very enviable with the cater for we for become formidable so that we can challenge the APC because pivotal strength was for let SLPP come back into power. When in terms of bad governance and abuse of power, there is at the talk here with evidence. When we stand against the constitution in favor to defend the constitution of this country, when President Nkrumah removed the vice president of this country, the grassroots and Austin Johnny signed and channeled a protest for show with dissatisfaction that no president, no leader, no go abuse the constitution of this country. Now be a very tough decision. Wherein if you not be a man, if you not be really strong officer, you not go get the mind for come out and organize or sign, put his signature for go protest against APC, where now be the first in the history in contemporary era where SLPP they showcase that no, we dissatisfied. And this action will trigger instability because it happened in Sudan when the president sacked the vice president. They're going to full-scale bloody war. So we do that for defend the party. Now, in terms of me other activities, when we be there in opposition, there was no by-elections. Now this country where Johnny not be the good day, where them the party not be get money. There are certain by-elections, now maybe they go, they organize the media, organize the manpower, organize a race fund. For instance, the by-election will be there for go, starting from Colette Dumbuya, a by-election, constituent, by then Fire Force. The grassroots gives full support. The by-election at Kono, where we candidate was Mr. Bondo. Me, I mobilized up to 300 manpower. I foot the beast, I hire bosses for go support and protect the candidate na Kono, even though not today we born. The by-elections of Patrick Foya na Kailan. I not just go there, I mobilize fund, I raise money, I go there, I support the process through the district chairman and the candidate himself. The by-election for Mami Dambo na Kailan, na Vokaikai na Kailan, and Musa Bendugu na Bumbuna. All them process here are be actively involved in terms of coordinating and mobilizing support for the party for make sure say we showcase that even when we be there in opposition will be still valid. Now when we come into power, right? The media, nobody no go deny say nobody no don't do one amongst all the candidates and where they buy this for this position compares to Austin Johnny because I've been all over and up to now where would they talk are very active now areas where would they say. All right, now areas where would they say now APC support areas. So inside this government, when the COVID-19 breakout, the grassroots of SLPP, including the Paupa Rapid Commando, will raise up to nearly 300 bags of rice. Namigos distribute with cash to all support organizations, and I don't provide up to 5 motorbikes to support groups. And I don't defend and secure the release of 5 SLPP detainees na Pademba Road where unlawfully then detain them. I don't secure and protect the forest guard the time where the police they attack the office of the forest guard maliciously. So based on them premise here, me that outstanding not only a radical progressive grassroots leader, but I get the audacity and the mandate for protect and local standing for lead the young generation wing because I get the antecedents. I don't lead the grassroots. Based on that premise, with extension, not just the constitutional mandate I need, because I don't do this thing since 2013 up to now. Where would they do? No other person not ever be vocal or outstanding or instrumental in defending the youth of SLPP compared to Austin Johnny. So delegate, I want for plead on you kindly for let we support Austin Johnny, for defend you, for protect you, for speak on your behalf, for advocate on your behalf, and for showcase that we can able to present the best young generation wing, not only Salon, but in West Africa or Sub-Saharan Africa to be specific. Right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Austin Johnny, for your brilliant statement. Where you don't clear the air. You say you never go silent. And now, perhaps you might little bit misunderstand me. I know say you did on the air. I know say you still do what you do. But the way you be they perform, the way you be they hit APC, the whole salon they shake, will not they perceive that. Now that Austin Johnny now we need back. That I mean. So continue.
All right. Famulem, the one we talk to you now, Austin Johnny, itself don't explain you waiting go make waiting you don't do for the party and waiting you don't do where the delegates therefore vote them in as the next young generation leader. And then now we get two more people that we are going to ask. Now, Mr. David Lassana, I understand say you know the incumbent. So, Mr. David Lassana, waiting na the thing we look really special we don't do for SLPP, where you be able to convince voters them for let them vote for you come the 6th of November. What you don't do?
First and foremost, I want to say one country, one people. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, home and abroad. Me when me talk to now. Me na David John Lansana, the Algo YG UK and Ireland region. Say that again.
Somebody let him move, please.
No, nobody's behind me. Nobody's behind me. Okay. First and foremost, I want to tell Sierra Leoneans the way that they listen to me. Me na David John Lansana, currently the leading aspirant and the Algo YG UK and Ireland region. Then at Sierra Leone today, of course, I want to tell Sierra Leoneans and say why David Lansana are the right person. Why David Lansana feels a get what it takes for making lead a national young generation leader in Sierra Leone. As somebody that has been tested, as somebody that has been proved fit, as the Algo YG UK, that just ring bell. Of course, if we are in governance today, like my competitors that they want to like obviously aspire for this position, David Lansana na my way be the always did it. David Lansana na man a household name. David Lansana na be the Algo YG UK way obviously we we don't support this SLPP at the time we were in opposition. Of course, you know, as a political party, when you are in opposition, your utmost priority obviously now for campaign vigorously and reach out your manifesto to the populace of the country. Obviously, they go buy to your idea and definitely vote for you. Of course, His Excellency is one of the people that in the way maybe admire, of course, as the Algo YG UK, as Pauper stunt, somebody who will sit down, we form Pauper in the UK, and I can tell you exactly where we sit down, we formulate that name, the Pauper, we all agree on that. If you say we shout at the hall, yes, Pauper is going to be the name. Pauper matter for be the president. That's how Pauper came across, and Pauper got a name. So as the Algo YG UK in Ireland region, David Lansana a household name in Sierra Leone, and I just look at, of course, the problem of the youth. A developer into manifesto. In management, we call something they call swap analysis. And some of the weakness that give me the motivation is my strength. Because the weakness of this youth, the SLPP, if it don't become something, where everybody, you understand? So if we can see I into this race, I'm not into this race because obviously I just want for them into this race. But I'm into this race to win this race because obviously, as somebody who have been tested, somebody who is in opposition, where it don't represent, if they play a double role. David Lansana be the play as an international politician, and at the same time they play national politician. For the one day where they know me, the reason why me get edge over, I mean the Austin Johnny and obviously the Obviously, early came one away that the youth directors them today in this country. Obviously, if they didn't occupy their position today, now the villains now this are they made a sound decision. The villains now the reason why are different from Johnny and Emerson and obviously Moana and of course Laka and the rest of it, you name it. Obviously, the villains are very different because the villains now they sit down and vote for His Excellency, the president, the current president right now. Now we sit down for total fit say His Excellency among all of the way that we don't stand. He was said His Excellency in my way again what it takes for make it become the leader of the party and automatically become the president of the party of the country. So the villains will be one of the aspirant will be the of course be the represent the UK and the Ireland region because we were having before UK and UK branch. But because of the leadership will be getting in place, obviously, that gives us the courage for that will become the region. So the villains now be the Maui, be the common UK, they go na they kind of free tour, they participate, they test Sierra Leoneans. Say obviously President Biona the right person who offer vote for. And some of Unauna go attest. In the history of Sierra Leone, the villains are the only person this way. They reach out to over 7 to 8 thousands youth of this country. The villains for so what the villains stand for. The villains stand for youth empowerment, national cohesion, transparency and accountability. Among we all work team up because as a strong politician, what did the villains do? Because for let them know saying a very serious politician. Among all of them, now me the only politician this way go declare and decide where I come out. I get home. Because as a strong politician, I forget a base which I come out. Constitution 007 to be precise. The villains and demand this way go ask the people then. Who say for let them support it to in support Biana. The villains are the positive way get blessing. Where you go to home when I Kailan this week, Jawechilo to be precise. The villains are the positive this way go declare and declaration they all over the place. Wait till you know let declare in our hometown. The villains that can declare in the Unity House where I invite Austin Johnny, invite Laka, and invite all the aspirants the way me and they for stand. But what they do, they just show them obviously the policy they look at them, they look at the politics in a naive way so that none of them not show, but at the end of the day, I show their leadership was obviously I am running for this position. You guys are my competitors, and I believe they will all go stand and fight and try to work in the instead of His Excellency vision by making sure that obviously His Excellency vision become reality. The villains not call them and they nobody not show off. So when I attest obviously as a strong politician, you forget home, you forget a base, and if you get base. The villains that demand this way, they look at all the problem at the party, and look at the youth, the weakness of the youths. Because everybody, the villains are the only person among all of us who stand. Then they're going to be the progressive radical politician. Now, the man way, now we go youth man in American embassy, for let we go fight. Now, that's the policies. Obviously, you get for get a clear manifestation. Right. How you get for lead this country. Me not the only person where me get clear manifesto, a working manifesto. And I'll tell Sierra Leoneans they say this is the way this way the villains are not get for lead this youth, the youth of this country. Obviously, the villains are not get a working manifesto where ready for work with the present government. Where now we make sure say obviously this government in this particular party in governance, the villains are a pioneer. The villains are one of the people that were they stood firm for make sure say obviously His Excellency, have become the president of this country. And as man, we are very proud as a delegate when I'm away, I'll be qualified. Austin and the rest of the crew go attest to me, say obviously, me not be the delegate, obviously, we me the kind of now we make the decision, say President Bio, and the defeated person, wait for be the president of this country. And the time some of you the full name. Wait, let me finish. Seriously, no, me I demand this what I believe. Say, I don't go right across this country. I don't campaign to Sierra Leoneans and tell the delegate and say the villains now the man where again will appear. Yes, so I believe say me the man. You are the delegate when they listen to me. They listen to the policy this way. Don't go across the country. They don't reach out to una. Even in competition, they say me the campaign like a president they go for. But they don't forget. See, we get a president. Only one president. No other president. But His Excellency, the retired Dr. Julius Madabio. Now the only president. They listen to the only young generation aspirant. What again? What it takes? The president, the opposition. They know that the villains now. The villains now the household name. Okay. Where I believe say the villains now the only part, but we all. Now, me the only person who get a track record. The villains is the only person who get a manifesto. He they go about, you don't even get the direction. Okay, the clients are which you have for lead the party. So the villains is the man. I have what it takes to lead this party. Some of them, if you cross Nunge, they want for it to represent this party.
Right, thank you very much, David Lassana. Thank you very much, David Lassana. Thank you. Hello. Thank you very much, David Lassana. You are working with a time here.
Famulem, una they watch the SLPP hour. It don't the warm. The hour don't warm. The hour don't warm. Una they watch the SLPP hour. When youth man they get a society, you see the warm with the interview, the National Young Generation Leader Aspirant them of the Sierra Leone People's Party. Now the one who talk to you, now David Lassana is saying he get the working constitution, he get the working document for make sure say it do something for the youth them. That is good. That is marvelous. But when I know say una way now the panelists them do ya, una get 3 minutes. Let everybody get a watch so that we will summarize your talk as the next person they talk. Try to know how they summarize them so that people then would enjoy. And I know say everybody they enjoy when I share the program. Today we get Victor Moana inside the show where they aspire. We get Austin Johnny. We get David Lassana. We get the next brother where they call Mr. Duma Williams. So Mr. Duma Williams, now at the camp, talk to Mr. Duma Williams now. What thing you don't do for SLPP, when you go tell the delegate there, when they go anchor on, for let them see say Duma Williams, we for vote for him. 3 minutes, sir.
I tell you, thank you, my brother. Anyway, in the area of the question where you ask what I don't do, and only for telling you what I don't do. The people all go for votes, and the Sierra Leonean they as a whole, what you call the name the lion of SLPP, they know what it means before the president, before SLPP come to power. That's why I know they go there. But I tell you the reason why I be one of the most fitted candidates for be the next national YG. A big lapses then at the national YG wing. People have failed for realize say when you become a national YG, young generation leader for a political party, and you are lucky you party then a power, you na twin come right for leader uchi back. Your responsibility for the youths na the country and the party as a whole, for let the government of the day, una party no get bad name, na you na the papa who for make sure that then you smart and they get a job. And most probably, me they come form agriculture, youth farm, now any district. For any district so far, if me become the next young generation leader, I will make sure that like me get farm so. I get my own farm na my village, where they go Makini. I get over 400 acres of land they want don't plant. Now they go there for go harvest, why they go so. So people and they won't know about that. And if at least me become the next young generation leader, I will make sure that any district, the youth man, they will get farm. And by then, they're not going to sit on our time. It's all they talk about politics. Then they get side for go there for the 6-7 hours. So they come out there, maybe they go think about other things. That's the number one. And make it two, I try for bring unity in the party. Because to me, understanding from I joined SLPP from 1996 to now, SLPP no they ever divide until they're in power. Anytime we can power na in SLPP they divide, what we know they unite. Take example, so PMBC to Charles Magai. And then a Bambato. Me and I know they talk about people and they know what Duma Williams don't do. What Chijan let Chijan Kabago for go make the Sarah for the late Magai, what APC then deny in their body for Brianka for Canberra. They travel the power by sea. Say them Brianka Liberia, they put on a Junks Bill, they Canberra and Bambatu. Me Duma Williams, that we go there, we go make the Sarah. What they go make the Sarah there? Now they palava come up between Charles Magai, who left with Ikam, now they SLPP divide before the convention. And SLPP, no, they ever lost power, oh no, they not power. So me, now that area that they bring, that gate now they can't lock, for tell all man say, when they say one people, one country, who for be like a football, now no boss who safe. If we not come on until you talk about party, any kind of way, APC they say they are lucky, but you know they ever hear they talk bad about their party. So we say for this so, now they as a family. Whosoever win this position here, we for realizing in time. And one day he go come out, the other person come. But the national YG win, he very dumb, he die. If people like what's Lassana fire. Nothing. If you see SLPP, they get bad name today. If they use man they go on. Now the YG in the national YG, now you not able to bring the youth man together. So that's the number 2.
All right. So for keep the balance one then.
Okay.
Well, you go able to summarize the one in 30 seconds. Summarize that Duma Williams in 30 seconds.
Well, moreover, I just get for tell everybody say me Duma Williams, the whole world know what I don't do for this party, home and abroad. I know they talk about now, not to time for talk again. Let we work. What we don't do for this party, make the people all get for go vote for we. What they call delegates. Man call them Goli, Englishman call them tribal authority. Let them decide to their mind. So me just get the believing say this time around. Think about this. Now what we did in the public. Somebody for born inside Lassana na the bread basket of APC. As a Timini, it declared from 1996 to become SLPP supporter. We know what they go through. We know. So if this man they come up for the national YG position, I just get the believing say I'm one of the most qualified candidates. We all qualified for the position, but this time around, Duma in time. I see something at the party who are for correct. And I mean no more than the doctor, we'll get the medicine for able to make it happen. People that they testify that.
All right, thank you very much. Fambul, that one day we talk to you. Now Duma Williams, the lion of SLPP. He say he get what it takes for let them vote for him. But then they come now to Victor Moana. Victor Moana, you did inside the youth ministry. You hold a very serious position inside the youth ministry. Yet, you don't decide say you can now for can leave the youth man them now the SLPP. What you don't do for the youth them, and waiting at the new team where they can do, where go different from the current system. So now 2 questions for one. I want to hand money in 4 minutes.
Thank you very much. To listeners, now on brother, the winner of the young generation wing, 90 talks to una, have a win. Now just coronation to go for Namoyamba. Of course, you ask very good questions. Say, waiting I need for can do differently. I go talk first what I can do differently. Then I go answer the next question. Waiting I don't do to young man them. So what I don't do different, what I can do differently na the party. It's not about me. I always believe in teamwork and working in team. Now is always key. The first thing one can do when missing at this party, at constituency level, will not get comprehensive database of party people. After my coronation, first 100 days in office, I got for work with constituency young generation leaders for more get comprehensive database of the constituents where they at constituency level. Secondly, government job limited. I'm not going to come here now and promise everybody government job. But I think we need to get an initiative and we get for establish a program implementation unit at the National Young Generation Secretariat. What in this program implementation unit get for there about? Now, we can go at respective districts when they get them quarterly meetings. Based on the felt need of that district, I think we can put 1 2 things on paper. We present that to the leadership of the party. Say, District A, for example, one going to agriculture. District B, one do Ukara riding. District C, one going to boat riding. District D or E, one going to microfinance. When we get them can inform decision, I think we go to talk to the leadership. And when we talk to the leadership, we go talk with authority for tell them, say, yes, this are the thing we're really missing. And coming to the database, so I will talk about. That database get for equality inform decision of how many party people will not get SLG, how many party people are within schools, how many attire bases, then are every constituencies, how many Poyoba and then are every constituency. Because as leader of young generation, now under young man they gather, I must get for goodie and I get for talk to them. But if I not get statistics of that from the constituency young generation leaders, how am I going to effectively achieve my goal? And I think until we get them structures right, we not go able to get everything at the same time. Thirdly, over the years, we get a functional student desk, but that student desk, we don't become dormant. When just after my coronation on the 6th, when my brother Williams will congratulate me, when David Lassana go congratulate me, I therefore can work with them, and I think Austin Johnny will be a very good PRO for the talk for the young generation, of which I respect her for that. So just after that, we need to get a functional secretariat would look into the affairs of students and peoples, and that secretariat therefore be responsible to organize symposiums, how we go organize debate and quiz competition at secondary school level. We never go at secondary school level and say this is SLPP quiz or debate competition, but people see in the face of Hot Goose, Duma Williams, for example, or Austin Johnny, they name them the familiar and people is. If you go give any award of excellence, when that bikini come up, they always get for remember, say, yes, this person, some years back, now they give me that award of excellence, and that person will always grow for love this party. So coming to what I don't do for the young people, I go talk one on the personal aspects, then secondly, I go talk on the side of government. On the personal aspect, I go proud for say, yeah, Victor LK Moana, the pay for over 25 picking them with the university. Victor LK Moana, for the period where I don't within governance, I don't give out microcredit to market women them across the country. Victor LK Moana, when he talk to Una, don't take license for youth mandem of the party for me to just realize the potential. Victor LK Moana, when he talk to Una in terms of empowerment, don't try for enroll party people them now other skills training centers. Coming on the part of governance, the sector we made are they that the livelihood technical skills project. And the livelihood technical skills project, formerly in the National Youth Village, now we convert to the livelihood technical skills project. When Victor Elkemwana take over the livelihood skills project, one thing we try for do, we look at some say, young men they need quick fix, and that quick fix project really need for come. There are some we are still sourcing funds for see how we go really so empower young man them. And one day we're on the at an advanced stage. When I say at an advanced stage, we tried for pilots in our Western area, when at the car wash project. And pilot in the car wash project at Western area will build 10, and now 28 is ongoing. And then car wash project within our Western area are proud for 10 listeners today say the boys they able to get money from the proceeds where they save, and we get party people where gainfully. I'm going back to another project within the ministry, the Youth in Fisheries project. We'll give out 70 boats to young people of this country within coastal areas. Now we find out say the president we tell them say, okay, out of this money way we take make the boats, 50% 9 when I get for really give back to the government. Now we proud for telling us say a lot of party people get boats whether they use now and whether they get income for themselves. And not happier when we take over the Ministry of Youth Affairs, initially now be only the youth in agriculture projects been there. But because we see say the youth in agriculture project so limited, we tried for expand them to every chiefdom. And when we expand that to the 192 chiefdom, are proud for say here today that across the country we get with party people them we engage in the youth in chiefdom project.
All right.
And not
Okay.
talking about
Thank you.
let us summarize the last one. Let us summarize the last one. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So that one we talk to now Victor LK Moana. They don't talk a lot as to how they don't help youth man personally and how it don't do as a team and waiting that it plans them where it don't outline yonder for it manner. Before we come for ask the next question, I want to let people then watch this small skit. Then we will come use this skit here as a yardstick for ask the next question.
Yeah. This is the Bombali team. This is the Bombali team. Right, we don't can Kabbalah with the left to go Bombali right now. This is the Bombali team. And when you have person on the one center, they say, we don't want to win. Okay. This is the Bombali team with the left to go Bombali right now. We don't catch Kabbalah, we don't win election. They don't cause it's not the set to but we wait for the election.
So, family, the reason why I play this team now for let me ask a question. Let me use them as a base for ask the young man there whether they can lead the SLP youth them. And when they come into 2023 elections, when are a very crucial elections where APC youth them, you will see they're not ready for make halala. They're not ready for begin fete in that country. And we know one fete, Salon on that one day. So now, Austin Johnny, I will ask you this question. Then the other brothers, they say, will think about questions when they will ask the next people. So, when we don't watch that this show, Austin Johnny, you don't watch this clip of the guy that went in the couch violence. Now, if you become you will be done hearing controversial issue about your statements where you give with very strong, where APC be threatening people them all over the place. But then when you turn youth leader, another party day, and elections they come, which plans they, which things that they put in place for make sure say that kind let it be under control so that the party no go suffer from that kind of violence, terrorists there. So tell me.
The time where we small, where we be the, of course, me grew up in Kailan, and when we papa in us, I like they say we get the best thief man, they know the good day. Based on the reason here is, the young man that will be then at host to we, thief man, I like where you see down, you know the type of man that will be then at we household, you know the care go crazy. And my brother, this is not the type of young generation where would they try for create. And the reason for the formation of any political party, now for level of staying in power. If we are not then our governance, we all be don't see. We see what happen for living good years, right? When others they be the drive or baked chickens, we be then our APC they run after we, then they jail we, then they beat we, then they mistreat we. And me personally, Austin Johnny, me voice and my name na a household name, and me voice na a voice naturally where APC they afraid. Because me, I can give the APC carrot and stick approach. Being the young generation leader of SLPP, the ruling party with extension, being a young generation leader, national youth leader of Mama Saloon, make able bring a national inclusiveness, are able to live with all political parties for level think Saloon. But, however, that doesn't mean we focus responsibility, not go stand for what go make within our power. When me go be young generation leader, APC says they're not going to make their rubbish here because they're going to say, now boy picking a man, now there in front of SLPP young people, right? Because me, na person, right, I can be very more civilized, but I get the unique ability for speak the APC, the young gutter language. Anyhow, where APC go once, for let we put Mama Saloon into peace, we go ready for one. But anyhow, where APC go ready for bring instability, believe in me, we get unique strategy where I not go disclose that strategy now the media, how for ensure that the APC not go able to get no breathing space. Me, if they try that, I go able to put them for let them defend. Say we go into the 2024 elections, we re-elect President Bio, we protect the youth of this country against any form of violence and instability, right? Me, I go put me support organization, I go put channels, I go liaise with the Young Generation Council for let we enhance that. will bring all necessary strategies so that for protect we youth against APC hooliganism. Because this government, only when we get peace, we're able to coexist. Now we're going to realize President Bio in agenda for prosperity. But my brother, Austin Johnny, they don't do so much. And I get a lot of things for this young generation. What would they try for do? We definitely get for transpose this dormant young generation wing to a proactive and investment-driven young generation wing. The wing again forgets a unit for investment. We need investors. We need entrepreneurs. Not to everybody go there at the working field. We need to create the enabling environment for with young people across the country. We're not fortunate for work, then keep going to various skills. Right? We need to create a media unit now the young generation. We go able to disseminate government activities to the grassroots across the country. Because now one thing where we pull out of power 2007, Tijan Kaba do lots of things, but the government not be get much strategies or policies for disseminate government achievement to the people. And we don't want for going to that mistake anymore. Waiting with brother Victor Moana, they talk so now. Now waiting Austin Johnny can always struggle for defend in your agency where in they serve as a director. Day and night, Austin Johnny then at the radio for defending ministries, their activities. You know, I'm so happy where Victor Moana they talk now. If now this Victor Moana be done they do, like by now, the whole salon don't they know waiting the Ministry of Youth they do. Right? And this wing where they come, we don't forget the wing for planning. Where we will go plan events of how we go do for let we win the next election with the first ballot. This young generation wing, again forget a governance monitoring network committee where go make sure say we do the checks and balances of government. Areas and where very inefficient or ineffective, we make sure say we put them on their toes. Because we just get for do that in an outspoken manner. We not get for trivialize because now we party then our power, so we go downplay on we inefficiencies. We really get for go to the ground and monitor. We side the loopholes and they where we go correct then loopholes and so that the benefit of the party it will reflect to the ordinary people across the country. Me, I not get for council don't have for explain waiting the agency in Sierra Leone Port Authority they do because everything where Victor Moana they talk now the policy of the youth ministry, not a policy of waiting in don't do or waiting in plan for do for the young generation. And if they no one for do waiting then plan for do for the young generation, me Austin Johnny, I want for say allay the fears of the public that the focal responsibility now for stick the APC in constant opposition. My responsibility now for make sure say the APC not get no breathing space. My responsibility now for make sure say I disseminate the prepare the government activities to the lower level, to the length and breadth of this country, and make sure say waiting the government they do each corner of the country they get the information to their fingertip. So when we go to the next elections, we'll not go just go Tima before people will begin to say, now this SLPP we do. No, they go say now politics. We need for begin talk to the people at this point in time. So the message will be relayed until we win the next elections. And we must ensure that we properly check the APC against the barbaric activities, against the terrorist actions, and against with people. When we go serve as young generation leader, that will be an issue of the past. Like I said, I will give them carrot approach. I will bring the young people, even at any political party level, to one drawing table. The peace where we elders, they're not able to establish, they're not able to give it. Me, I must make sure I coordinate with other political parties for let we choose the unity of the country, right, for let we coexist together as Sierra Leoneans.
Try to summarize now.
All right. Yeah, so for let we coexist as Sierra Leoneans, but the APC they become.
Austin summarize.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Wait, in summary.
DJ first.
I can summarize or DJ first the talk. All right. But let me just summarize. Right? In as much as we will create all avenue for let we coexist as Sierra Leoneans, we're not going to lose the faith that we need for check the APC on their barbarism, we go ensure that the APC no go get any iota of space in this country if they choose violence against people. Because me and man, I get the outstanding record for speak the APC the language with the type of language where they can able understand in a reciprocal manner. So this YG where they come, not a YG where anybody can test, you go free. This YG where they come, yes, it can accept, but in order to tolerate nonsense, because we pivotal responsibility now for stick the APC in constant opposition, and we ensure that President Bio win the first ballot 2024 elections. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Famulem. That one we talk to you now, Austin Johnny, DJ Force. We get 2 other people wait for ask question. Duma Williams and Mr. David. So you they ask one part of the question, then Dima they ask the other one question. Then we'll go ahead.
You really don't try for direct the questions. I really want for hit Austin Johnny, but once you don't try for say, well, let me ask the other aspirant them questions. Well, I really want to take this opportunity for making give me the right for make I ask Austin Johnny one more questions, because there's a lot of things the way I see in the young generation where then at the base. I want for make you give me that opportunity then for make I direct this question to run once more again before I get for go to any aspirant na this studio.
Yeah, go ahead. Let just be 30 seconds, please, because we don't get much time. We get something there for complete.
Yes, in 30 seconds. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Hot Goose Network.
All right, that man they struggle with that internet. So Dima, now for ask a question, because now 2 people that you need for ask one part of the question.
Thank you very much, Gentle, the political hot goose. Well, now I get 2-in-1 question. And this question to go to you, David Lassana. David Lassana, I see you did campaign so much to become this national YG. And I also see a video from you where go viral, where you be sit down, you be team up among some boys them, some other guys there, where they be express the angers them. They try for say that but who people them, they don't take certain position, they don't forget certain people's them. And you they go as a young generation leader. We see sometimes some youth man them they're disgruntled. Where you become this young generation leader, if you win, what do you got for do to stop most of them youth man their way they complain a lot? And how you feel about that video where go viral? Because some guys they be on that video where they really utter some statements them.
The man for be louder, talk like the
where they
mic,
utter
please.
some statement them where some are reality. And I believe you said we don't talk about it also. So I ask you now, when you become this leader, if you want you become the young generation leader, what do you got for do for the youth them? And how is it you feel about that video where it go viral, the statement of them guys that will be inside that video?
One country, one people, one individual Lassana, one next national young generation leader in waiting. My brother Dima, I want to tell you thank you for the way you mentioned my consultative engagement what I do with the grassroots. As the only grassroots on the street, the only grassroots that knows waiting the grassroots that they go through, the suffering where the grassroots that they go through. So that video where they talk about here, waiting I be they try for do. I be do a consultative consultative engagement with the youth. The 3 years in governance, waiting we don't do for combat the alleviate the suffering of we brothers and sisters when they talk to the ground dry. The answer is straightforward. It's very simple. You know, let me analyze what the youth ministry, youth ministry, and the youth commission they about. First and foremost, my brother we na LK Moana, we happen to be the youth director. Where President Bio thought of fit say, then guy they we don't become once upon a time that we don't become a youth, that we don't become young generation wing. So President thought of fit say, if I came for appointed individuals they have for they go for mind the affairs of the youth man, they're going for do that exactly. But what's they gonna do? Oma we don't cack. Then disconnect totally themselves from the youth. That make even this problem with President they facing today, and because of LA Moana and the life of the youth ministry and the youth affairs and the youth commission, they are responsible for the suffering of the youth of this country. Let's just take a look at the youth, the young generation wing across this country. You understand? The young generation, especially like the regional young generation, the constituency young generation leaders. Understand? LK Moana we have the youth director when I the direct and
Mr. David, I want to hold you 1 minute. Do ya let we not attack we self. This is a civil discussion. Let we not attack personality. Let we attack the issues then. Do ya let we address the issues? Let we not pinpoint. Not the same political party. We all defend for the same thing. Not the same goal. Not the same interest. Do ya whatever job anyone they do. Not in the interest of Australian youth. Now in the interest of SLPP, now in the interest of every youth man, do ya at the big. When will they bring the issues them? Let we discuss the issues and let we not attack individuals them. We go make the party look bad. Do ya, Mr. Lassana? You go continue your discussion.
I am the man of the moment, as the man of the people, by the people. Obviously, social media. Thank God, where obviously social media platform, it play a significant role in the life of this 21st century. Social media, they play a role for reach out to areas where you know we will reach. Some of now when they see me your campaign, and they go length and breadth of this country, just to show the Sierra, especially the youth we want to represent, for say David Lassana is the man. David Lassana is the man that obviously have what it takes. David Lassana the man this way if we don't look at the youth problem of the youth. It developed into manifesto. What did David Lassana stand for? David Lassana stand for youth empowerment, national cohesion, transparency and accountability. Even this problem what they face it today, obviously, I believe say LK Moana way, of course, when a youth director, if I don't make this grown, it wet. But they don't make the YG there all this grown too. Because the YGs there, the regional YGs there, the district YGs, the constituency YGs there. Then they even know that guy. Then they even go to the guy. Even the project where they talk about this car wash, the president initiative. Not to car wash is only an initiative. Car wash is something we're very, very vital. We're going for staying the narratives of the youth man in this country. Wait till David Lassana get for add value. David Lassana look at, in management we call something they call swap analysis. You understand? And obviously the weakness, and then I'm his strength, because the youth man they thought I fit say David Lassana demand this way. What would they in opposition? David Lassana the kind of this country, yeah. They compare with this excellency, length and breadth of this country. So now that make way they thought I fit say David. Obviously the youth they grow it's too dry. You be done there with we. If you don't get your appointment, you not disconnect. As an oil analyst, some of the things the way I don't do. My recommendation in a petroleum regulatory agency as an engineer by profession. What do I do? We don't get a business or problem in this country, but because of the leadership we're going to PRA, as a technocrat, as the technical advisor to my boss, the PRA, I believe say one of the recommendations I give, we need a storage facility in this country because every time will be the two line. So now some of the value that this way the David Lassana don't bring camp in the downstream. David Lassana is an oil analyst, and obviously they work for make sure say energy security. Now one of the primary concern at this country also. So David Lassana is still add value. You understand? So David Lassana and man this way believe say if by the power of God, one of the delegates what they talk to now. If me not be get if me not be the project director, me not be don't become a project management. And they got so many initiatives where are going for create job for YouTuber in this country. How I get for doer as a strong politician, as a serious politician, where you ready for lead about 55% of the population of this country. David Lassana get a working manifesto, just like a President Bio, where they say, let's vote for her. President Bio get a manifesto. Just imagine, these guys are not serious. You just want to go around telling people that obviously I'm a social democratic political.
Famulem, this is the SLPP hour, the program where they come to you, the program where they bring everybody together, the program where they tell you about the good job with President Talk and they do. This program, you waiting at the program, una drop una comment, you where they watch at the Green Movement, you where they watch at Hot Goose Network Salon, you where they watch at YouTube. The team don't want, the team don't so, the team don't will the opposition, they're not free because the caliber of man them, we don't come out for the young generation, that the SLP, they're tough, they're powerful, they're all qualified, then our brothers there, they are all together. When they see the kind sense in the way that they talk, when this now politics, now this now governance, now this now responsible leadership. Now only SLPP gets the young man them, where they will come for talk to now, wait till they plan for the company young man them, wait till they go and let the young man they do that the country. They know they go get a man them, like that one, then they will get a young man, they say let them go first. We not count down then they can't tell now which plan they get for Salon Youth Day. This now the SLPP hour and at this SLPP hour they bring to now. So we're so happy that we get the caliber of people there. That one will be the top to now, Mr. David Lassana. So now I want to ask because DJ Force gets all right. When DJ Force come
before you ask question,
Duma Williams.
Before you ask question, I got something to say. The family there, the difference between SLPP and the Tolombos, inside the SLPP, there is democracy. And inside the SLPP, when we make mistakes, or we see say fuck the camp with the correct term. So this now SLPP, we they show the whole world say democracy is in SLPP, and only SLPP go able to make that country day because we believe in democracy. So continue. Thank you very much.
All right, Famulem, this is the SLPP hour. Now, DJ Force. Well, you got question who want to ask Duma Williams. Ask her that brilliant question. Let me see how himself will carry up more by that question. And they base one of the questions get for based on that video. That video where you want Duma Williams, that talk video where APC then get in relation and the preparation to this election where they come. That get for be one, but DJ Force gets a very serious question for you.
Thank you very much, Duma Williams. You try to vow for national YG na Sierra Leone. First and foremost, is this Salo or is it America? That one question that way I did try for ask. Then that video where you watch, you know, say violence don't become.
Oh. So, Duma Williams, you hear the question where DJ Force ask you, not so? So now you hear the question where DJ Force ask you.
I hear it.
So yes, the floor is yours.
Well, first of all, make I tell you now all thank you. We now organize this program here for Lego successful. You know, easy for Lego bring people together as a family. Let God bless you now. The question of the problem will happen now. Now, do the past by election. It's very simple. SLPP now in a power, and at any time when I get a political party gets a bad election, the leaders of the party then they select people them when they go to that constituency or chiefdom or district for go superview in the name of the party for that election day. If we get headed towards that election, the opposition party for go make name for we, for go disgraceful people them, and they blame the organizer them. Me, I know they name names, but me, if Namina be the national YG for the SLPP, or Congo say, give the man the pipe that he can smoke. The youth man, they hold at the ground, the northern province, including Cambia, Port Loko, Makeni, Kabbalah, take come na the area where they do that election. Now the YG them, now they for don't call up urgent meeting, say, me do my will, me na the national YG. Man, today we get back election na we area, na the northern province. I want now una dey na the ground. Now una dey hear you the people like 24 hours. What did they talk about the opposition and the present government? Do you wanna bring idea? How we go able to tackle the APC na the ground for law win them and for stop them when there is no violence? So we go able to succeed. Now that's possible for don't do. But the people have failed for doing because after the election, I call all the various youth, YG them, district YG them. I ask them question, and them that this result they give me. Say, Papa Doma, when they may go for this election, they not call we as a team. We will go there voluntarily in the name of the party, but we don't go there. There people not now do anything towards we for giving information. Say, now this is what I do. They're not doing. Now that's make we get that problem. If you as a national YG, you collect them and they are put them together, give them responsibility. Make first of all, now checkpoints are they make from Magorka. Now Magorka they begin the checkpoint because we all know born at the north to know that they call APC. And now a ground of the APC, now they go conduct election. You got to prepare the violence area for attack the violence people for them not come in. If they don't make them 2-3 checkpoints a day, for any people that they come other area with Motoka or Okada, now then they stop them immediately before they enter now the area. And for consult the youth man there, one day at the ground, no matter you get your money, get your power, the man there with the people outside the election they take place, one of SLPP supporters them, if now them begin the responsibility, pull the agent and the others, brother, this headache will not for don't get her. I get the reports. This question is brought to me. I get the reports, I interview beaucoup people them. What did they tell me now the results of this part? Naime could fail.
So, Duma Williams, what do you go do now for solve that problem where you turn youth leader?
Well, if we become the next national YG, first of all, any will get SLPP get by election against APC or any other party, and they promise you say, and they did 1 month. Now the one will chief from area for organize how we go able to tackle the violence people are first and number one. Because in any politics, the violence that they think about how to bring peace. And they put the security alert. If that area there, police station all the day, and they make sure that I go to the nearest police station where they get over 100 OSD them for bring them make checkpoints for anybody who no belong to this area for can vote. That's how they do. Because when you want to bring peace, bring the state security. Fire not the hot fire. Me no they go to violence, but they bring people that what it be say now they're responsible for all somebody who they only go deny and make a checkpoint. If they do so, by then they organize me youth man them, put them in a various area for talk to the people them. If they had a complete 1 month the campaign, and they do a more pin-up campaign, host to host, village to village, put the people in the ground. Because when you want to go talk to them, I can't go in Peking. If you want to deny you Peking, I go talk to them. I believe that. So for me, the experience why I get into politics, now so I go work on for let things go together. And make you too, and they tell you one thing, as I be saying in the youth empowerment, we need assessment to find out the problem of the youth. That's what we need that. For let me review, because you not go able to know the problem of the youth man and a Kailan, bien going to Shagema. If you not go there. If I be the national YG, and they revisit the area, then they know the problem of the youth man them, bring account to the center, to the Ministry of Youth and the others, tell them, say, I go visit one whole area. This year and there area. Now this problem, again, take example like Tombo. You not go take fisherman, you go make farm for them. No, I don't know about farming. Now fishing is sabi. So if I go talk to the youth man, they say, I can't see them in the national YG, I can't talk to now. I want to know what's on a problem. They want they go tell Papa government. If they give me the problem, I feel say now the right people they would at the Ghana they tell me. Now from the horse's mouth, and they go tell Papa government, we go able to have for solver. But you're not going able to solve somebody's problem. If you see lapses there, would they get a lala and the country say, what can they this? I job there for the youth there. Now the people who they put in office there and they don't know how they will work for, let them give the job to the youth man there. And when he become a national YG, if you buy like Jeliba no get office. What get office? What they go give it? Now responsibility the end now you change for work from one office to another and one chiefdom to one village, district for no entire base poyoba for know the problem of them people like that then you the same time to the head office. Now you know the scouts, like America they send the peace call them. But if it's not like office, come on then. What you about your office? So that they go get money. They don't they give you. Now black power for where you get for them at it. He got for be 80% rare boy than become an office man. So he go able to deliver to the youth. Because you stay on 2 for open 24 hours for visits all angle. But I don't go say the one the day they not do well. But we just need a changes for let Duma Williams come on board for make a bring certain mistakes what they don't put for let I can correct them. And if maybe the next generation, young generation leader, brother, they tell you say Salon and not say person not the go on because opposition any kind of way you do good, you know we appreciate. But 80% of the young man there, and they put them in an area. Try for know the problem of the youth there. Go on a can be at this street. Talk to the young man the whole day. Let them tell you what's in the problem. What is all man? The grumble done. That's all man. Oh, so man then how can I want? Raise money buy the Okada. I go give them the grumble done. That's all man for working office. Go Kabbalah. Talk to the youth man at the Kabbalah. Go na the entire base them. What's it they telling at the problem? You take that problem to the office. By then, if they solve the problem, the party don't get a good name. Now, in the responsibility, the job of the national YG. But come on then, tell me from 2007 to now, President building a power. Tell me one great meeting what you don't hear in the area of the youth, national YG and the youth council. What thing they don't deliver to the youth man? Now they give me grumble. I don't say they do wrong, but they do more harm than good. But Duma Williams get the magazine. I don't already send an salon. Me they go salon Saturday. By God in power. Me na the political doctor for the national YG. And if God make a win, like how they tell you so the delegate and they hear me. But Mali say, Jah will never give a power to a bullet. And if Duma Williams get plan for bring SLPP more higher than AID to the youth council as a national YG, let God make a win. That time the first prayer. And I promise when I say a man from the north, Lassana for that matter, if I win as a national YG, Salon go change to the youth area. Yeah, that number I get for una.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fambulen, that one day we talk to you. Now, Duma Williams, the lion of SLPP. This is the SLPP hour. Fambulen, this program, now they bring to you the new direction government, and then they bring to you every good thing. Today we come with youth aspirant name, the most intelligent and the most powerful, the fine articulate young man name, where SLPP they nurture, SLPP they produce. I tell you that say SLPP we big one and they groom we. We got a grooming ground where they train we politics, decent politics, where they train we leadership. So now this make you see Victor Moana, you see Austin Johnny, you see Duma Williams, you see Mr. David Lassana. Then also they articulate the issues there of the youth in that country. They not affecting the organized. This they show you say the SLPP na party we not the pa Ben. The SLPP na party we respect every Sierra Leonean day based on who side they, wherever he dey, and whatever he do. So now this make today I want to share this program. But before I continue the program, I want to give small body water. Let us enjoy. Then we'll try to complete the program and make one round. Then them and they are said don't tire. Then we'll go. We'll get body water.
Oh, who that get this game, yeah, so I'm mad at you. Sam now who that this game, yeah, they for I'm mad at you. Oh, who that cook and shape the game, president, yeah. We dey vote am back. We dey vote am back for development na salon. Amu you don hear me? We dey vote am back. We dey vote am back. We dey vote am back for development na salon. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, after you, na you. Sholele, 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 oh, 2023 na you. Show them say you do it, 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 after you na you. Salomon, wait till we say, yo, we dey vote for you, yo, we dey vote for you, yo, we dey vote for you, oh. Opu salon go before. We don't wait till we say, yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you. O salon ni better wa. Kapo abo ulanje bele o. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Dongo wango ulanje bele o. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Wanja makwa ulanje bele. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Kaila mo ulanje bele o. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Bunti go ulanje bele o. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Kayamba bo ulanje bele o. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Weji makwa longiva. Ọmọ inú kono mo afefo. Bepo abe Hawaii. Bepo abe Hawaii. Bepo abe Hawaii. Madame o. Anpo loko tenepa. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Madame o. Ankambia tenepa. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Madame o. Anfalapa tenepa. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Madame o. Anmakeni tenepa. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Madame o. Anmakroka tenepa. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Yo sete votamu. Madame o. Oh, who that get this game, yeah, so Madame o. Sam now who that this game, yeah, they for Madame o. Shape the game, president Sam, I see man they jump come on. They say back to power, back to power.
Papaya, Naya, on the other side. They don't rule this country
They don't take the country from the frying pan to the fireside. We tell God thank you for President Bill. You only get at this country. Let me get a chance for. Oh man, they want to take this country back to austerity. Ce n'est pas possible. That's what Frenchman say. We are making President Bill chance here. Make him develop this country for we. And like I say, make we judge him in the end. Because the end justify the means. We are with the voter man. We are with the voter man. We are with the voter man. For development, Nassalo. Amu, you don't hear me. We are with the voter man. We are with the voter man. We are with the voter man. For development, Nassalo. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, after you, now you. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, 2023 now.
Famulem, I know say una don't enjoy that program day, una don't enjoy that good music. I know say una all na the panel, una say don't enjoy that beautiful music. We evangelist cover sing for President Tok Anubio because President Tok Anubio they continue for make salon become sexy and attractive. And we dey vote for him back. After Madabiu, na Madabiu. So now the program don't switch, the program don't jekute. The program we don't enjoy it. So DJ Force. Now I want to let you give a 2-minute analysis on the youth man there. What you don't hear in the talk and with the music we don't hear, how you think say we get that kind of gem there. Now SFP who said they been day, Victor Moana na a gem, Austin Johnny na a gem, David Lassana na gem. Duma Williams na gem. Who said that gem they have been there? So you self give analysis from all what you don't hear in 2 minutes. DJ Force give you analysis for Rob Mott and Rob put
the analysis is I will talk about the construction of the body water we give and the building of the body water and the activeness of the government. I tell them all thank you. The people that waited they expire for the YG. It's like they get a very good vision, but they get one thing we I see into them. They be not too far back, relax, because they allow we see the amount of violence is we they continue in our society and power by.
So DJ Force say we not be don't relax so far too much. Because of the violence the way they come now, we know they see the SLP youths there yana for make sure say they get alternative measure for cool down for quell down the violence and now that the DJ Force they try to talk about, but I think it will can't continue down the back. So it say we don't relax too much. Now so it don't say it say for far too long the young generation don't relax.
So the young generations win at the SLPP party. It don't relax so much so that for weakening the leadership of President Bill and for weakening the SLPP government because this not the method always where the past YG the way we know the impositions the way they weaken this government where SLPP they find it difficult for satisfy the young generation win. And one of the things in this way they don't be done the practice. Whosoever be done in this YG position, it don't let you down so many things. It not try for being Minister of Youth and connector to the young generation grassroots under the SLPP party. Many facilities where we don't they come for the grassroots under the SLPP party. They streamline them. They take out the crowd, go to the areas the way we say now opposition ground just for me opposition go get the ground pass win. I mean the opposition they the final say they be not the attack when it comes to the matter of election. So I hope say I the commend to the delegates them for me them vote for people will can defend the grassroots now this party, because now one of the area they need where Duma Williams touch, where Austin Johnny they talk, where the panel say they mortgage the vote for SLPP and grassroots now they get the vote now Sierra Leone. Grassroots.
So you see, it talk say when I get common thing when I don't discuss how when I all they work together for promote the grassroots. And the common interest is when I all from when I submission them, now how when I go able to make sure say the grassroots in interest it is beyond everything. So now this I think say DJ first speak from Austin Johnny in statements them. Now this DJ first speak from Victor Moana in statements them. Now this DJ first speak from David Lassana and Duma Williams, because now all the gear towards improving the interest of the grassroots. Yes, DJ first try for summarize.
Everybody they get in a gear of the grassroots. But one of the things that way the old administration, the incumbent of this grassroots young generation leader, if they don't abandon a responsibility by bringing the young generation together in our party, and the young generation now we don't bring the party can together. Now I make Abu throw this question at Austin Johnny for say winning the young generation to come November 6, 2021. How it go able to empower the youth mandate, and how it go able to secure environment for them, and how it go able to bring discipline in the SLPP grassroots young generation administration, and how it go able to create this Atabe politics into agriculture politics. This time the question why be hold for Austin Johnny coming November 6, 2021, winning the young generation league election in the Republic of Sierra Leone. How you go able to secure environment?
All right, so Austin Johnny, you don't read that question, Lee. I want to give you 2 minutes this time. Now 2 minutes. Everybody for what your time. 2 minutes, Austin Johnny. Respond to that question. Lee, with DJ Force ask after your analysis.
Sorry, Hot Goose. I be want to let DJ Force come with the question back because the line be the coming breaking.
They say how you go able to put the young man them. Will I bring DJ Force? Let me count the question back.
I'm really sorry, gentlemen.
So DJ Force,
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, gentlemen. My question is going to Austin Johnny. Winning the November 6, 2021 young generation leader as we are aspiring to win this election. How you go secure environment for the young generation, and how you go empower our youth, and how you go able to bring discipline in this administration, wherein we go see say this administration go able to create environment where secure and we go able to empower the youth for party, because in the final say there is a lot of lapses from the old system, and how you go able to connect the Minister of Youth to the young generation administration. I really want for the public that you from you. And how you go turn attire-based politics into agriculture under the young generation leader.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I said earlier, part of me waiting we plan for do, like I don't always say this, we need to transpose this national young generation wing from an entity of liability to a productive agency of investment. And by doing that, we all don't agree, say the wing is very weak at this point in time. The wing not get any credible representation. So what we get for do as the young generation council we get for camp, we just get for camp create lots of initiatives and we get for train, make sure say we cater on behalf of the youth. Not only everybody go target for work now office. We need investors. We need entrepreneurs. We need people who go embark on agriculture. We need orientation. Now that make we say we get for create the media wing of the young generation wing. We need for create a planning sector. We need for get a sector of investment. We need for get a sector where they monitor government activities and welfare committee. And most of them committee we get for create. Now they get for ensure that each and every committee will get strategic policies, strategic job descriptions, the one that way they in charge of planning and strategies or welfare committee go to the entire basis and orientate with youth for embark into agriculture or productive activities. The one then we want for land skills, we can able empower them for going to skill training activities. The one then we want for work, we can able liaise with heads of departments and heads of parastatals for let them able create job opportunities, more job opportunities for we youth, for we grassroots, because these are our voters. My brother, the reason why most of our youth are unemployed, especially the grassroots, now because we not get the leadership, we're going to bring then heads of parastatals to meeting, to dialogue, right? Cleaner job set, we can engage with youth. We get lots of large farms from here till go Kailan, right? We can as well establish district young generation farms, right? Regional young generation plantations, farms, where we go embark on massive plantation, massive investments in agriculture, so that the government and the president in full security strategy, we back able create real impact in making sure that we achieve that. Then again, the president don't come with this issue of free education, right? There are some productive, very strategic working class. You're not going to achieve them without going through the requisite qualification. So that's why we will help the government. We relay the message to the people across the country that we need for choose education, right? But there is an adage where they always say, when you educate, that you don't remove your own poverty. You don't drive your own poverty away. But if you are uneducated, the tendency for let you continue for then at the poverty line, a very easy. So we got to really take a bull by its horn in making sure that we advocate for people, in making sure that we bring government on board, heads of parastatals, ministries, departments on board for let them create opportunities for the youth. Then they all get for do with proactive leadership, spontaneous leadership, aggressive leadership, and action-oriented leadership. If we eliminate any one of them variables, then we will end up forget a very dormant and weak young generation weak. We're not going to yield no dividend, and at the end, we youth and go still continue for say Brayi Bobode. Then, what's very much important, they talk. That's why we part of the policies. We say policies in terms of investment, right? We get as a unit, as the unit where they can by which the Lassana, Victor Moana, when Austin Johnny win, are going to inculcate them all, establish leadership to them, will work within the council, right? All the ideas that we each and everybody, strong man, they all they talk now, so we can put their ideas together. We do and waiting going to better we use them, because developing the mindset of our youth and progressing them now the pivotal variables will go make this party continue for staying at power. Proud anything contrary to that, we get for really go down to the drain board, and it will be very difficult unless we able to achieve a way to try for talk about winning the next elections, right? But with me, Joseph Austin Johnny, over the years, I don't do very close with the grassroots. Me know them problem because I don't lead the National Steering Committee since 2013, right? It's just about giving me leadership. Next weekend, Saturday, when I go take leadership, I get the antecedent, I get the local standing as to which side for begin and which side for continue, because I don't work that in the grassroots. Me know the problem across the country. Me know how to speak their own language. Me know how for advocate. Me know this is just about putting what we don't do to reality, so that we can able result to the betterment of we youth. Then we will get a very productive and action-oriented young generation win at this point in time. You see, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Austin Johnny, for that brilliant and most important discussion, and your plans in. Quickly, Victor Moana, this question before, after you're done, then Dima will catch him and he will ask one for the other powerful young man again. When DJ First be the talk, DJ First talk say, he say, It said the youth wing na the SLPP be don't relax, and we don't see them too much active. Now, two questions in one. I want to let you take 2 minutes for address them in summary, Victor. What do you think say that the cause will make the youth they relax, and how you go able to solve that one the way it's on youth leader? And then secondly, how you go able to transform the attire-based politics into an active agricultural politics? So that is now you question that one, and I want to do them in 2 minutes summary.
Thank you very much, Gentle. To listeners, I think if anybody gets me clearly, when anybody make me submission, I think I will answer this question. But I will bring the answer back for more clearly get them. And for make this be a written something now say, because someone is going to do it this way. The politics of I not go continue for work. My politics of we. And the more reason make the party get structured at every level, beginning from zones, at constituencies, district, region, and national level. Because LK Moana alone not going to identify all the problems at their respective cadres. Why we get the zonal young generation leaders, why we get chiefdom young generation leaders, why we get sectional young generation leaders, why we get constituency young generation leaders, why we get district young generation leaders. I think that for me to identify the problems now the respective constituencies and bring her up to the knowledge of the district take them up to the region take them at the secretariat. And the more reason make I tell you say we after my coronation on the 6th, we get forget a program unit at the young generation secretariat. Waiting basically we get for be responsible for. As you talk about the entire basis, yes, somebody in Bounce not go only depend on agriculture, go and go into farming, for example. I mean fishing. So if somebody in Bounce go and go into fishing, that constituency young generation leader need for tell the national young generation secretariat say their young people I need both when they sit on this attire bit. How are we going to do it? For the cost now 1 million. This 1 million if they take one to me, how we defend them? We are in governance. We have party at other regions like Unawede now the UKI, the one way the USA. We can source fund and see how we chip into this business. There are ministers, there are directors for now in governance. But if we feel say no more, we have left everything in the hands of government, say government need for do them, then we not go really hit the potential. So secondly, as I will say, if we continue for work in isolation of their respective cadres, nothing we will achieve. And one thing we I go for ensure say, for make all it be achievable, we need for the get quarterly meetings, and in that quarterly meetings, people report directly at the secretariat for no waiting at the needs assessment of every young man when they sit on at that attire base, waiting that young man really want to do, and waiting will be the intervention of the young generation win. With that, I will get confidence when I sit down before the leader of the party and the president or before the chairman and say and talk confidently. Say, Kailan, for example, the young man that want going to cacao farming. I go sit out authority because I get documents to effect, or I go sit out authority for even talk to my brothers them. Now the diaspora and different chapters say yes, you guys are there. We need for count water company. We need for register a clarion forwarding agency. And this clarion forwarding agency, our brothers need for the send it in them there where we need for the clear, the goods here. When that happen, we go clearly see say we go change the mindset of the brothers where they sit down at the entire basis and turn them into entrepreneurs. And when we turn them into entrepreneurs, we go know say our party is moving in the direction where it really stand for when one country, one people. And I believe until we get or we practice the politics of inclusiveness, now the only way that we will salvage the issues. If only we continue for the on the party, na me, forget the glory. There is no way. Now, if I want to go me alone, these are just example. If I say I work at me one, I go tire. But if we go in group and talk, we can go and reach bow and not go tire. So if I tap here, this will just be the approach, and I believe say this approach will go yield dividend. Thank you, Patrick. My phone almost one go off, and me lie down. but I will still be online as we continue.
All right, Fambulem, thank you very much. That one day where they talk to now Victor Moana. He wants for let it on the young generation leader. So Dima, waiting now you assessments of waiting they don't talk. I want to give you analysis. Then you go ask Mr. David a question after you make your assessment of all what you know hearing. Then you go make. I'll give you 3 minutes, sir.
Well, what I go say, SLP, we are value, we are marketable, we are the best, and everybody where they are, they qualify 100% to be the next young generation leader. But, however, I get question where I get for ask, and that question they go not only for David, for everybody. Me, they don't go on ground. I don't work at some places there. I don't reach to Atai base there. I interact with youth man there. I enter places them where people not be the expect say they enter. And what see where I learn where I enter now the Atai bases then and other places then they say we they do well as a government 100%, we they do everything correct. The only problem we get as youth man then most of the Atai base then and other places then whenever positions they come, would they see people that they aspire for them position them? They reach out to people, then talk to them, fine talk, especially the youth them. For let them put them in their strategic position. After when they get they neglect all the promises that when they make. What is the difference from Una? What is the assurance or guarantee what they give to public here, the public to the people that out there, the youth man there, where they watch, where they depend on Una for hope from some lapses that where they expect the next young generation leader let it stand strong for them, to talk for them, to not abandon them. What is the difference? Where would I go make more than some other leaders that we need power? They go to them, but today, they're not even reach to them anymore.
So, Mr. David, now you begin for answer this question. Now, two minutes, please. At the what the time. David, carry on so that you go do your 2 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Because one, it's like you guys, when they ask me question, and they give me question, you know, they give me chance for let me answer, let me talk more. They want to cut me or they want to give more preference to the others, they let them express themselves properly. So I hope so they bias now, because when the time they want to give the other aspirant and the time when they give me quite different. And I hope say me not kind of for that thing and they. When I give me chance, let me express myself. Just like the time when I did equally to the other aspirant them. I hope so I make myself clear. Because you know that they know sit up at that thing again. Which you know me the time for tell now, obviously. Of course, waiting me the time for tell now, never give me chance. Now, first and foremost, as the Algon YG UK and Ireland region, as DMO, Petroleum Regulatory Agency, as the oil analyst, somebody who they work at the downstream, somebody who has been tested and has been proved fit. Some of the things that we have feel say I got for do, you know, as a serious politician, just like His Excellency where we want for become where we stand, it began a manifesto. So for me, I don't look at the problem of the youth money in this country, and I don't develop it into manifesto. First, as a serious politician, you forget a manifesto. I have a working manifesto. We are ready for deliver, are ready for work in the interest of the youth in this country. Some of the problems that we don't identify within the party, and I believe say that are the problem. That make David Lassana stand as an independent fighter. Now this race, David Lassana, the only aspirant who start independently. It not belongs to no camp. It not belongs to no godfather. It don't belongs to no camp. David Lassana belongs to David Lassana camp. Even the reason being, as a national politician, somebody wake up for unify this party. I believe say I for start independent and look at the Justin Johnny face and look at obviously LA Moana when they don't deceive this obviously the youth wing of this country. Now David Lassana, the only person this way they go now all the length and breadth of this country, because one, David Lassana, he believes say he get what he takes. David Lassana believes say he don't work for this party where the opposition, and because of the reason where he don't reach out and he get a working manifesto. David Lassana, the only person where he stand for youth empowerment, national cohesion, transparency and accountability. Why David Lassana thought of it say enough for belongs to a camp, and most of them aspirant they belongs to a godfather, they belongs to a camp, and this camp I don't bring problem at this party like today. For me, I thought of it say enough for belongs to nobody camp, but belongs to David Lassana camp, just like all the opposition where David Lassana kind of this where they kind of this country also, and they campaign with all the presidential nominees and of course. The appointees that we did across the country. Now me and them man they will be the car. They go across the country. Would they reach out to all young men? The one way they vote for His Excellency. Tell them say obviously this is the vision of His Excellency. That this is Excellency say it stand for. So that now vision is me able to reach out to young men in this country. That made David Lassana a stand alone, and David Lassana the only person where stand for wake up for. Unify this party. Now that made David Lassana, it not belongs to no camp, and David Lassana feel say where he start independently, he going for reach out to the one day where they feel say obviously they don't left out. And the reason why I decided for that camp, David Lassana for start independently as an independent fighter. Where you going for? Can you give me chance? Let me speak. Let me talk. Let me speak, please. Please. No, because you have the chance to the others. Let me express myself. Attack the company name. No, I'm not attacking. I say politics. Listen to me. This is a politics. Understand? It's a democracy. Democracy. If you don't want to criticize you, no kind of the politics. Understand? This are a political opponent. That weakness is what they talk about. David Lassana and a man this way feels say. You understand? They go for attack and opponent them based on their weaknesses. And I believe say me say if I can't have a position there, if I don't do it and the right thing, therefore attack me. You understand? What you will offer now one family this. Now, that is the reason why it's a one family, but at the end of the day, if you don't want somebody to attack you, do the right thing. But because they did not do the right thing, that is why this
family this is the SLPP hour, and the person way they talk right now, Mr. David Lassana. And this program family will not come for marginalize nobody. We don't announce that all over the place. Let people they come, let them come, follow, come, join on, so that we'll be able to talk on the youth issues. We don't talk on the ground roots, we know they attack personality, we know they attack with conflict, because this is a family talk. Now the issues that if you say your brothers and sisters they don't do the wrong thing, waiting at the alternative measure where you would take for can solve them. Now that we make this program. Do ya I know let anybody vex na ya. The brother David Lassana will not get anything against you, sir. So do ya calm down as a politician, let you able to tell me what you go bring different. So now I bring the same question to Duma Williams. Duma Williams, you hear the question with Dima, waiting at the different thing where you can do for solve the youth man and problem so that they're not going to continue for the complaint.
Oh, brother, I tell you thank you, and I tell brother Dima the elephants of the media. Now, thank you. Let God guide and protect you. This question is simple. Anybody, all man know who done Duma Williams na the media. First of all, being a national young generation leader, you na the mouthpiece for the youth then. If Mumu not the BYG, if you want to be a national YG for able to talk na the media, again for defend the youth. Any information and either come out, go online, go make a video, go Facebook, go live, talk the bad things about what they can talk about. You come, you expand them, like your party. Now you there for defend your party home and abroad. That's the number one. And make it two, for making difference to all the youth them, They engage more meetings with the youth man them. Enough for Esther been tell una gist from the past culture. No, we understand a young generation leader not get office. If you visit one area to another, village, chiefdom, constituencies, and other areas, Ataya base, Poyoba, all the area that they enough for left there because one great vote, it win election. Go meet the youth man there, make you know the problem there. When you know the problem, by then you go get a foundings of the problem then to the party, to the national secretariat. Like the youth ministry. If you ever go to the youth ministry, go explain your problem there. Where you go Cambia, where you go Eri from the youth man them. Or you go na Atai based at Calbaton, you go to the youth man there on the top, you go to the youth ministry, go put the matter. If they able solve the problem, you go solve that for the people them. Make it too, if not the leader of the party or the chairman, he meets them, he explain the problem, then they found way for solve that problem. Now so the party go able to get a good name. But not to office job. Now practical job. And the two things a national YG for qualify for. You get for powerful na the media. That is no excuse. Mumu not the lead party. Mumu not the lead people. Why be Mumu? You know able lead people. And at the area that one they won't make the like today. APC, if not God not bless you that can at the media. APC for don't dominate we. Because in the area of the youth, we don't get nobody where you defend the party. What the APC is talking about today, they stop. If God not make una can at the media they like today, we not get nothing for don't do. What God let you and they tell una thank you for all what you they bring so one on paid job. Let God guide and protect una. Let God see reasons. What you they do una get the benefit of that. But it's not easy. For them at the media, if they talk, they know they pay you. If they still continue for you, una don't get the years back. Let God guide and protect you now. But the engagement of youth, that is very important. Visit the youth then at the area where they. You know somebody problem when not gonna yours. When you hear somebody they cry now, was go beat her. Hey, Oma, what you making they cry? By then you know what you making they cry. If we're there for solve the problem, we solve them. Free to not to in our SLPP.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Duma Williams. You say family members are the SLPP hour. That one when they talk to you now, Duma Williams, and this is one family, now one we all our brothers and sisters. You see, say with the hyper, with the go up, that is the spirit of SLPP. We they do it the SLPP way. We know they make palaver. We know they make arguments. SLPP we all our brother there. Now so we they operate. This is the beauty of democracy where SLPP they maintain. If not the APC today like Mami cause they now. If not the APC they like halala no for dona. We don't make palava. We make palava with ideas. We make palava with good programs out there. We see all with brothers them. David Lassana, Victor Moana, Duma Williams, Austin Johnny. We see that they bring their ideas them. Then they bring their programs them out. Then they bring their achievement them. Then they bring their plans them out for the youth them. They all they battle with ideas they have how to improve the youth them. Now this is the spirit of SLPP. Now that one they make, we bring all the gentlemen there. They do very well as a family for pushing this program, this country go before. Now this make SLPP that they say then they train leaders them. And then why I always see so now great leaders them. Victor Moana a great leader, Duma Williams a great leader, Austin Johnny a great leader, Mr. David Lassana a very powerful and passionate great leader too. So we all now great leaders and then they produce now this party. Now that they make Salono become very sexy and attractive. Austin Johnny, you answer that question now. When Dima asked in 2 minutes, then we go to the last question. Then we go left here now. People they don't tire. We say let's go rest. Let's go eat small bomber. Yes, Austin Johnny, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And I believe say we all very passionate in terms of telling the people what we plan for do. But before they go, make I just quick talk to me, brother David Lassana. You are this now a brotherly discourse. This not to.
Not talk anything.
All right, no, I know they attack him. I mean, we all, yeah, not so passionate. I mean, let me just calm down the issues. Actually, yeah. But what they say, what I go do? Okay. Now the point is, we all for take this issue with outright seriousness, because youth activities in the country now the order of the day. You know, it concern each and every facet of society, right? And that's the reason why they say for make we able get a very formidable young generation win this time round, so that we will help for promote the president's agenda. All manifestos who they talk about, I believe say the new direction manifesto. Now very important, and by we the president promise in a flagship project, free education, empowering the people mindset, right? Developing the human capital of the citizens of this country. And that will also propagate and other variables within the new direction manifesto. And now we stand for represent the young people across the country. We for be the voice for the voiceless. The council way they come this time around and not going to let down the people. We're not going to sit down now, we do bogus promises. When we win, we formulate the council, they will abandon the people. I believe say we all get for work together as a team. We put with unique ideas together. We see how it will reflect for benefit the vast majority of voters when at the grassroots across the country. Because we need to forget a very action-oriented young generation win this time around. We're very proactive. We're very strategic, and we transform this current YG wing where they will not represent the people at all. We're not stand as a voice for the voiceless. We're not defense the needs of the people. We transform it into a very proactive wing this time around. Because, like I be say, if only we get a formidable YG wing, believe me, this party get the tendency for present a millionaire for every 6 months. And at that we need for monitor the government. If we're not able to monitor the government, we're not going to ensure say the party produce 1 millionaire, right? Because for the past 11 years, this party suffered greatly. We will be cash strapped, will not be get no variable way. It means say it going to enhance we, it going to strengthen we as a party. That's why we need for focus on we youth. Because me, not only an expert in youth mobilization, but me not a strategist in youth capacity building. And if we can now form together, we put ideas together with the council, we will work together with the lower cadre of the party, the secretariat, and the highest cadre of the party, so that we can able to succeed in the president in new direction manifesto. Because that's not the most important thing. We bring on board more investments. We trigger, we use them for going to more agricultural productivity, you know, so that we can salvage this issue of food security in the country, right? So we can as well mobilize, we can create an interactive leadership, wherein the grassroots then will create a platform, we say then view, then voice will be heard, so that whatever problem will be a complaint channel, we'll be able to answer and reflect on them problem how they come. Because the main problem where we form a young generation not for become all right. So the problem of the youth wing of any political party, therefore let we able to enhance ourselves and respond, be responsive to the needs of we own voters when not then they in vast majority across the country. So these are the things where we plan for do when we take the mantle of leadership come next weekend on Saturday by God in power. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now just give 1 second body water, then the last question, then another 2 minutes, then we can go.
Oh, who that guy this game ya so amada Sam na who that this game ya dey for amada Oh, who that cook and shape the game president We are with we dey vote am back. Yeah, we dey vote am back. For development and salon. And who you don't hear me? Yeah, we dey vote am back. Yeah, we dey vote am back. Yeah, we dey vote am back. For development and salon. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, after you, now you. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, 2023 now you.
All right, 2023 now President Tokanubio after Ina E, the only president, the best president in Africa where they don't award na England, and the president where they continue for make salon remain sexy and attractive. Now that make the SLPP the groom young man them. We all that they groom with. Now only SLPP they do this. APC then they groom the young man them for go cause violence, for go thief, for go cause mammy cause. We then they groom with correct leadership for able to handle this country in business go before. Now, as we can end the program, I get one interesting scenario question for una all. Now, una all una take note of this question. Everybody they take 2 minutes for answer this question. Then we go make with panelists and talk the last word. And inside our 2 questions, they say last word. Now, me na youth man, where they na saloon, and then na balamuya. Now you don't can campaign to me. These are 2023 elections. You don't can campaign to me. You Austin Johnny, Victor Moana, and Duma Williams or Mr. David Lassana. You don't can campaign to me for like vote for you president. You candidate president view. Now me and me not be get job. Then me now they talk to you. Why you can't talk to me? Una be don't get the job they trade. Una be don't enjoy. Una be don't be the listen to we. We una left. We now with the suffer. Nati, I not get work now. All we don't suffer for this particular day. We not get job over. They call me myself na phone. We know the answer we. We know the come to we. They think so. Now they beg. We know the can work to we. Wait till make I come to me before me say you for vote me for vote for you president. Me know they do. We not go carry on to your election. Me at the sit up. Now we not say now we not want to get SLPP. Now we not want to get the government. We not go enjoy now. Me know they. Me as you know, I know they are voting. Not talk to me. Not listen. Not go nothing to me. I they drink people steadily. I know they even vote. I don't care about that. Me no even care. Now when I be enjoy try to carry on. So in 2 minutes, when I don't read the scenario question of apathy, of voter apathy. Now me na the youth man, Mr. Lassana, convince me as a youth leader. Convince me now for go vote for Mother Bill. From all what you don't everywhere don't talk. You don't mute yourself, Mr. Lassana. All right. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
When they get me?
Yes,
okay.
They get you.
Okay, now, why ever since we don't come at this country, even though they let me start forwarding your position. You know, the reason why they day with me, some of them they follow na social media. When they see everywhere that I go, and they speak the language of the youth man there because one, ever since I don't come at this country, I don't do the right thing from the opposition presently with in governance. Even when I don't get me appointment, I make sure say nothing not change me because one, I represent the young man in this country, I represent the youth, I represent the old and the young, and me I still connect myself. Even though from the time we don't get me your appointment, still I still there with the youth man them. And I believe say because of a strong connection with the youth man them, I don't make anywhere where I go, I there with the youth man them all over the country. We don't go attest to that. Me no can sit down and we can stage manage anything. I believe say if we not they talk with we not in the media, we not they see or upon all we all understand. Me as the leading aspirant, Austin Johnny go attest to that. Places the way they go, they go there. LA Moana, of course, as a project director, I believe say if they do the right thing, people that need the ground will say the ground dry. I'm not attacking, I'm not passionate. At the end of the day, it's a democracy. If we not stand now for tell the truth, because at the end of the day, if you're not able to tell the truth, so the who that matters, who say you got to tell the truth. So for me, I believe say the disconnection where the one the way president be don't appoint, where they for don't connect themselves with the youth man, they right within the way they for don't do. And because of their faith for do, that mean they faith for going on the street. Side the way me they go. Let me bet Moana. And they go there because one, people are not Sabia. Because them people that they way president we don't appoint. And me, I'm saying this is not personal attack, but this is attack. This is not a political attack. This one make. This is not a point attack for me. And I believe say if they not be disconnect themselves. Nobody don't talk to this going dry. If they do the right thing. So they will why they will they everywhere. They do with man there. When I see videos, when I see areas where they go, I don't go length and breadth of this country. So when the youth man there way, especially the delegates when they go to a week, they will listen to the man. They will listen to person that way always there with you now. They will listen to the man this way. They don't go length and breadth of this country. They will listen to the man this way. You know no problem. Now that make way. It don't make into policies. It don't make the problem of the youth wing at this country. It don't look at the problem. It don't transform it into manifesto. And I believe say as a strong politician, if we get a manifesto, where that's the one the way they get for vote for you. Right. They get for only on to account. If you're able to deliver, I feel say they're going for vote you out. So I believe say with my manifesto, with my robust manifesto, working manifesto, I believe say I can able to deliver. And I believe say I get what it takes for them to let they vote for me, especially the delegate of this country.
So, yeah, thank you very much, sir. So the next question, the next person, will they give the next 2 minutes to Mr. Duma Williams? You don't hear this scenario. Waiting the youth man don't go grom, wait don't go campaign. You know, you generation leader. Now 2023 campaign. All waiting that youth man go talk. You don't hear it. Campaign to me now as a youth man. For let you encourage me, for let I go vote. From all waiting I don't talk. You know, young generation leader. Campaign to me.
Well, I tell you, thank you, brother, for asking this question. The answer is very simple. The human capital of the education, free quality education, oh, President Bio don't bring us alone. Me in America, you then are with my country. There is no country now, the one will already give free education. President Bio, I don't begin at that. If at least this young man where they go meet, he said because in party don't win, he don't get work. But in sister in Peking, if they go to farm for go pick plazas, he struggle for get that money, for go pay school fees for that picking. See, they know they do them. If they sit on our OCs, you know each of picking they go school. That's alone. If that picking benefits tomorrow, now it's better for the family. And the institution, the vocational as them, what the president don't open. He go school and not go school, they're sending it for let go learn a job. Think about this area. So now development for everybody. And make it 3 before APC then a power. Me I eat very full. Better me and you to work common at the north, especially we all common at the north. Before APC then a power. Me I eat very full. Better not sleep angry SLP then a power. Because why go later go sleep. So for common can be at this street. When I strong all of APC, you get a job. APC kind of power, then they lost job. So if you don't get a job, you get collapse. You know, say today the church in here, you get outside the cry, people can can't for you. It's better except people in a power, you don't get a job, than APC in a power, you get a job. You don't get a job. And the last question to answer, who angry to what a president be your talk? Who do for we? I talk at New York. For building McBailey Bridge, my brother will allow tell president be thank you. And a scholar from Moana. He begin go school, go to university, private college. That might be able to they pass. She become 11 years in governance. Now they pass. He did what the caterpillar for them before he pass. As he don't pass, now the caterpillar for them. No matter about the village itself. President Bio come. He no look because he come on about to the island. The man is my girl clean out. Let God bless him. He built this bridge here into standard level as American bridge. Today, if they open that bridge, the whole northern province don't benefit. Any man, brother, and they talk to you as a brother from the same party. Before they build room for you, lay down. You know get road for worker, and they make road what thousands of people that will benefit. Who's what it take? I feel say if I bring them things they are for this man here, it's still reasons. Obviously, he will join the party for vote. And the last but not the least, just for telling young man, say this is very open. APC or SLP, who saw where Wale kind of power. Because if APC then a power, I know go Sidona Cambia. You know to go pass for. And for Sidona Cambia out collapse. SLPP then a power. If you know what self, you get other activities for do. Dear, love we join, love vote for a party. If we not get a job today, tomorrow we will get her. But let the party then a power. I feel say that will be the best time. Any kind with SLPP for then a power, as a northern I always support SLPP, it's more better than APC for then a power, not a get job. So this is your answer.
Thank you very much, Duma Williams, for the answer we give to that young man for let the vote where it vex. There's Austin Johnny, you said in 2 minutes, convince that young man there for let you not get voter, let voter apart, you know, they for let that young man can vote. From all what you do, with that young man don't complete. We will not be there enjoy, it not be there enjoy. Go ahead, Austin Johnny. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I need for subscribe this to the young man. That's one. Well, first thing where the young man need for do when SLPP then have power, right? According to the question, it not get job, but it is gone to decide say it not go vote for SLPP. Let the young man know say, all right, SLPP.
So, family, this now the SLPP hour. Now the program this where they come showcase the good job of the new direction government. And today inside this show we get the young generation leader aspirants them where they can talk to we about the aspiration. Then they talk to we about the programs them. Then they talk to we about the plans them where they don't put in place for make sure say they promote the party in image when they can position. When they can listen now to Austin Johnny, let it done for do his submission for campaign to this young man, then we will close the program. At least when I don't do well, for long we will come. This is the SLP hour. We will continue for drop on a comment November 6th, then at the election. Austin, carry on.
All right. Let the young man understand that SLPP then have power. It not get job, but it get peace. At least they don't sleep awake. It gets in Alafia say in party then have power. Not to like wait in opposition. Every week we get police warrants of arrest. Then they chase you from one destination to another. Then they put you in a Pademba Road prison. Then they beat you. Then they intimidate you. Then they mistreat you. Then they torture you. But with the party in power, you not get job, but you get Alafia. And if APC then have power, as well you not gonna get job, but you not get peace. So you just get for choose for let SLPP continue for their power. Then in the Bible, in Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verses 3, it tells we about time. Let the young man know say time is very important in this business of politics and reward. There is an adage where says the time don't reach, the time not reach it, and the time don't pass. Would that then now under this government where a not get job, meaning let it just take and say in time not reach it, but not to for say in time not go reach in subsequent period or months or years. Let we all just rest assured that if SLPP with continuity, it must get a job, it must get a space. The government it must reflect on that, and that's why they create a very formidable young generation. We at this point in time, and the worst SLPP government now the best APC government. Let the young man know say it better let you mama then marry those than where you step mama.
All right.
So job, no job. Let we all subscribe and let we all push hard for let the party continue for dinner power than APC. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you. Family, that one day now Austin Johnny don't catch that question there. You the one word where Austin Johnny pull, it say it better you mama then at the maridos than you step mama come. I think the hungry you go kill him. And that's those they don't go steady. So now these are the SLP hour. I tell everybody thank you. Dima, I give you 30 seconds for let you say your last word and tell the listener the viewer the thank you. They will leave the program. 30 seconds, please.
Well, I want to tell all the aspirants then, thank you very much for we will honor this program to Kanaya to talk to the public, to talk to the nation, to convince them, say, we are the best candidate. The reason why the delegate them for and trust una for let una get that position there. And they tell una thank you very much. And also they pray God would that way in heart a clean. It really mean well for the people then. Let God make them let it sit down on that platform there. Let God make you wake up for win them. Let you be a good leader to help unify the youth man there with the disgruntled today. I will say thanks very much. Thanks una again. Thanks una again. Anybody will become the leader, but let it work very hard to promote excellency, Brigadier Julius Matter agenda, because the young generation win the leadership is very important coming 2024 election, and we need a very vibrant and strong leader who will support and unify the youth, so we'll beat the APC to go to Gipambody. I tell you, thanks.
Thank you very much. That one day we talk to you now. Duma the Great. So DJ Force, 30 seconds. Say your last word and tell the people that have. Bye-bye.
I tell now, all I welcome and say thanks to the YG Young Generation Aspirant them. And I also want to tell now, say this host today, now they talking at the SLPP hour. Now Lahai Royal Slima, now I build this house today, now I build this structure today, now I make una get the opportunity today for can sit down now, for can communicate and inform the public how value and how important they for vote for una. Moving forward, I want to tell the aspirant, they say, politics or transfer is not the work anymore. When you lost the election, you knew the idea where you not be able to implement when you be in that position there. Then you bring that idea there to the winner. Now we work together. And we want for no assure una say we SLPP would they give power, would they pull power in your hand. Una then at their positions them, una fixing. Now baton death. Una don't go from into their offices. Then we go tell una say we believe in democracy. We believe in voting for you and voting against you. Una be that courage there, and una believe the way they go for that election. If they don't vote for you, remember say your time will come and they will vote for you again. But we believe in human capital and knowledge is power. They don't say, oh, they play politics or division, then they will not believe in it again. And we encourage everybody where they can win this YG position for let be able to create secure environment for we grassroots, empower our grassroots, and bring discipline in our party, because we don't know, we don't let other political parties they promote violence in the society. We not get no tools where go stop that. And we party not for only rely on the police, but we for also rely on the police and provide information to the police for defend the state. But we know say we party get structure, executive structure. And we allow try for listening to we executive them, to we leaders the way they inside this party are, and let we learn from them things the way they don't they do, way they promote the party forward. And let we know say the grassroots now they bring SLPP the power, and therefore look after the grassroots. Yeah, there is a lot of tractors the way don't come. The grassroots the language now the party office. And many of una own they don't get job inside this party. Una don't abandon the party office. Una want let President Bio in the kind of the party office for can talk to grassroots them. And una own they practice their politics and they inside this party. Yeah, well, me the message that they left you now today. Anything will happen to you, you blame yourself. And now would they give you power and will go pull power in your hand. Me when they talk to una, me na DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. I welcome una and I tell una thank you.
Thank you very much, Famu. That one we talk to you. Now the SLPP DJ. Now we they come draw the curtain on the program. This now the SLPP hour. Me when they talk to you, I mean a gentle, the political hot goose. And me, now the PRO for the SLP North America region. And they talk to me now the international PRO. And we get we go boss. We now Lima now we overall boss. Now the media, now they coordinate with we, now they correlate with we, and they guide we as to how we propagate and manage the good image of the SLPP party. So we tell them thank you, and we know say it's again for contest for that position back. They want candidate back for continue for support the party. So let we remember that So all the delegates, Victor Moana, all the aspirants, Victor Moana, Austin Johnny, David Lassana, and Duma Williams, the lion of SLP, will tell una plenty thank you for una busy schedule, una left, una can serve the party, for can serve the people left. We appreciate una effort. I want to give this advice to una. Nobody not for common SLPP. Nobody not go make you, not for make you run away commodity. Not because the person get job, it not give you for run away go. No, your time will come, stay there. Not run away go no side. Not to know one individual against SLPP. Not to because greedy you job, you for run away common at the party. Not to get the party. Your time they come. Let you know how Hamburg you go. You self as aspirant them. Where one person for win. Politics not a game. Whether one, if you not win, meaning you not play the game well. So if you come to play the pattern well, you win. Do your allow supporter. Let us go ahead and campaign so that at the end of the day, Salon will continue to remain sexy and attractive, mean and gentle. Una thank you, the viewers them. Una bye bye. Una not forget to Saturday. Una get current affairs. Una go watch the current affairs. Now we get programs inside it. Sunday, First Lady at Work program go there, and also next week we go get other program there. Una tata. Una bye bye. One country, one people. Thank you, President, for making Salon very sexy and attractive.
Oh, who get this game? Yes, la madabio. Sam na who that this game? Ya de for la madabio. Oh, who that cook and shave the game? President bio. We dey vote back. We dey vote back. For development, Salon.